getting the most out of a career fair with engineering career services. In this presentation, we will go over what to expect at a career fair and how to prepare in order to make the most out of your experience. See the link below to our career fair handout for more tips. So, why should you go to the career fair? The career fair is a great opportunity to practice networking and make connections with employers. You can also ask employers questions and learn more about the values and missions of companies. Through the career fair, you may learn about internship or job opportunities that you can apply to in order to hopefully secure an interview later on in the process. However, regardless if you're able to find a job or internship from the career fair, talking with employers can help you learn about how to improve your profile for the future. On the flip side, employers go to the career fair in order to promote awareness about the organization and advertise the company to prospective candidates. They hope to attract and identify candidates who are a good fit for their organization. Each semester, there is a main career fair for all majors with designated days for STEM majors specifically. Throughout the semester, there will be opportunities to attend engineering major-specific career fairs. You can find the dates and more information about upcoming career fairs by visiting the link above or in the description below. Check out our video on virtual career fairs, also linked in the description below. First, we will discuss how to prepare for a career fair before attending. Before attending the fair, log on to Handshake to RSVP. Navigate to the Events tab on the left-hand menu. Under the category filter, select Career Fair as pictured above. Click on Career Fair Opportunities for more details about the event. To RSVP, click Join Event as shown by the arrow above. Please note that registration is not required for in-person career fairs. Students are welcome regardless of registration status. However, for virtual career fairs, registration is required on Handshake. Here are some additional tips on how to prepare. Before attending the fair, be sure to research the companies you are interested in beforehand. You can create an Excel sheet to organize this information and plan out which day these employers are available. Also, be sure to arrive early and prepare for long lines. Come prepared with a short elevator pitch to introduce yourself to employers. Most importantly, make sure to maintain a positive, professional attitude. Don't forget to also mark your resume public in Handshake. When attending the fair, don't forget to bring your student ID and multiple copies of your resume to hand out. We recommend bringing a portfolio or notebook and pen to write down notes from each conversation. Make sure to maintain personal distance and consider bringing mints to avoid bad breath when talking to recruiters. There will also be a coat room where you can leave your belongings to avoid lugging everything around. Other items that may be helpful to bring are an emergency kit with tissues and any other potential necessities. One of the most important steps in preparing for the career fair is researching companies prior to the fair. Here are a few ways to do so. Firstly, you can conduct an industry web search to learn more about the field and any relevant current events. You can also visit the company website to see any open positions under careers, as well as learn about their values, mission, and work on the About Us page. Stay up to date with the company through the news or media page. Handshake can be used to learn more about the types of positions available and any opportunities open to UMD students. Visit the company's LinkedIn page to find UMD alumni who work at the company for pre or post networking and to potentially conduct informational interviews to learn more about the company. Next, we will provide an overview of career fair expectations. The next step in your preparation is to know what employers expect of you at the career fair. Make sure to bring multiple copies of your resume to hand out to employers. Your resume should be one page and easy to follow. You should also be able to describe your career interest and how these interests relate to their company. You can express interest in their organization by coming prepared with knowledge and prior research of their company. Be ready with a few questions to ask employers pertaining to their company specifically. Be sure to present yourself professionally and wear the appropriate attire. We will now go over what is appropriate to wear to the career fair. Here are some examples of business professional attire. Stick with neutral colors. Pants can be worn with a button-down shirt or blouse. Pants, skirts, and dresses should be paired with a blazer. Make sure all button-downs are wrinkle-free and skirt length is below the knees. You can find more information about business professional attire from our handout linked below. While business professional is generally best, business casual attire is also okay. Here are some examples of inappropriate and appropriate business casual outfits. Avoid cocktail or casual dresses, and instead make sure your clothing is professional. Neutral colors are more professional for any setting, business casual or business formal. See our Pinterest board for different types of business appropriate attire using the link above or the link in the description below. When you arrive at the career fair, you will be given a printed name tag or be given one to neatly write your name and major. You should also have a quick elevator pitch prepared. An elevator pitch is an approximately 30-second introduction and personal marketing pitch. You should start with your name and major. Next, highlight any work experiences, activities, or projects that are relevant to the company. Try to tie in your career interest as well. Lastly, connect your interest and experiences to your interest in the organization and their opportunities. Be sure to explain why you would be a good fit and demonstrate that you have researched the company beforehand. Present your elevator pitch in a way that leaves the other person wanting to hear more. Embodying a positive energy and attitude is important. You can demonstrate your enthusiasm in the way you describe your experiences and interest. Here are a few more etiquette tips for meeting people. It may not always be appropriate to shake hands, but you can still exhibit a warm greeting. Be sure to speak clearly and concisely. Try to maintain eye contact, smile, and demonstrate confidence throughout your conversation. Next, we'll review 2 sample elevator pitches. Here's an example of a sample elevator pitch. This one is more general rather than catered to a specific company. Hello, I am Jenna and I'm a first-year computer engineering student. In my courses, I've had the chance to use C++ and Python to complete projects such as. One of the things that interests me is learning about the kinds of projects typically assigned to interns. If you could hire someone to assist you in your work, what criteria would you use to determine fit? Note how the student ties in relevant skills to their experiences and then transitions into what they're interested in learning. They finish their elevator pitch with a question for the employer to initiate the conversation. Here's an example of a company-based pitch. This student provides background on their interests and experiences and then takes initiative in the conversation to learn more about the work completed by interns at the company. Hello, I'm David and I'm a third-year mechanical engineering student with a minor in Spanish. I'm interested in design and manufacturing. During my time at UMD, I've had the chance to complete an over-terrain vehicle course for my intro to engineering design class and participate in UMD Terps Racing, where I collaborated in designing an off-road vehicle. I noticed that Volvo hires interns too, and I wondered if I could get more information. It is important to note that some company recruiters will be engineers and others will have HR roles. Inquire about the role in the organization in order to ask relevant questions accordingly. Engineering representatives will have more knowledge about technical questions, and HR representatives will be able to answer more logistical questions. You should also come prepared to ask employers a few questions. Here are a few examples of questions you can ask. What skills are most important for the position available in your department? What is the onboarding process like for new hires? What is the typical trajectory of someone hired at the entry level? What are your hiring plans for the coming year? What challenges is the company currently facing? You should also come prepared to ask any possible questions employers might ask in the conversation. Here are a few examples of questions you may be asked. Which courses did you like the most? Least? What interests you about this organization? What do you know about us? What types of positions interest you? What are your career goals? Describe your computer skills. Experiences? What background and experience will you bring to our organization? Why do you think you're a good fit for our organization? Make sure to be respectful of the employer and other students' time. However, do not be afraid to make the most out of your allotted time. Follow the lead of the employer and take note of cues indicating the end of the conversation. Before your conversation ends, be sure to thank the employer for the information and their time. Inquire about how to follow up regarding any potential opportunities. Should you email HR or email them directly? Don't forget to ask for their contact information or collect their business card. You can also ask if you can connect with them on LinkedIn. If you are a first-year student and the company is not hiring first-year students, ask about any events you could participate in the future, as well as any advice to increase your employability in the future. It can be easy to forget the details of your conversation afterward. To avoid relying on your memory, we recommend taking notes after the end of each conversation. Taking notes in between each conversation will be useful when writing a thank you note or cover letter detailing what you learned. Be sure to write down the company name, the recruiter's name, any information you learned about application deadlines and how to apply, and anything else you learned from the conversation that was helpful or piqued your interest. Lastly, we will go over what you should do after attending the career fair. After the career fair, make sure to follow up with the employer quickly, ideally within 24 hours. Follow the application instructions you were given, whether this be applying for a position or attending information sessions. In addition, follow up with the company representative by sending a thank you email. We will discuss what to include in a thank you email next. When writing a thank you email to an employer, make sure to include when and where you met, such as by specifying the University of Maryland Career Fair on this date. Reiterate any unique details that stood out to you, as well as your qualifications and how they relate to the company or position. You can include any important information you forgot to mention as well. You should attach a PDF copy of your resume to the email. Make sure to practice professional etiquette and reply to emails within 24 hours once you receive responses. If you are successful in finding an internship through a career fair, remember to make a thank you post on LinkedIn and shout out all the individuals who helped you secure your role. This is good practice in maintaining your network. Here's an example. I'm thrilled to announce that I'll be working as an intern at this summer. As a major, I'm glad this companies offer opportunities for students to share their skills and develop their experience. I'm looking forward to performing my job duties, which include I would like to thank, as well as the UMD department, for supporting my career development journey. We invite you to come see us if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you soon.